So it's 2026, over 3 years since ChatGPT dropped and basically broke the internet. And since then, AI has gone from this wild experimental thing to something that's quietly embedded into how people work every single day. But here's the problem. For every genuinely useful tool out there, there are about 10 that are being hyped up to the moon by people who have zero interest in whether it actually helps you. And we've seen this before. The crypto pump and dumps, the social media gold rushes, people screaming that some new tool is going to change your life, when really it's just a wrapper, a thin layer on top of something that already existed. So today, we're cutting through all of that. We're going to go through the 12 AI tools that people are actually using to get real work done in 2026. Not the ones that are going viral because some influencer got paid. The ones that are actually worth your time. Let's get into it. Number 1, ChatGPT. Yeah, we are starting here. Love it or hate it, ChatGPT is still the starting point for most people when they think about AI. It's a personal purpose assistant, writing, researching, coding, analysis. You can upload PDFs, spreadsheets, screenshots, and it will dig into them for you. Where it genuinely shines is document analysis. If you've got a long report you need to summarize or a spreadsheet full of data you want insights from, it handles that well. It's also connected to Sora 2 now, which is OpenAI's video generation site. Sora 2 is focused on cinematic, story-driven clips, stuff with actual emotional coherence rather than just random AI weirdness. The downsides, free tier has limits and you need to fact check anything important. The better models sit behind the paid plan. Plus starts at $20 a month. But look, this is still the tool most people reach for first, and there's a reason for that. Number 2, Gemini. This is Google's AI assistant and is one of the strongest large language models out there right now when you look at public benchmarks. It handles research, writing, analysis, and is really good with large amounts of text, like massive amounts. You can throw a huge document at it and keep asking follow-up questions without it losing the thread. One feature worth calling out is the audio overview thing. It takes your documents and turns them into short podcast style summaries. If you have ever stared at a 40-page research paper and thought, I don't have time for this, that feature is genuinely useful. There's also a deep research mode for more structured analysis, and on the image side, the editing tools are flexible. Background swaps, object additions, full scene changes. The downside is the best features are locked behind paid tiers, but if you're in the Google ecosystem already, this is a natural fit. Number 3, Veo. Now, we're getting to video generation territory, and Veo is one of the better options out there right now. Veo 3.2 lets you describe a scene in text or use an image, and it generates a short cinematic video clip. We're talking realistic lighting, smooth camera movement, synchronized sound, and the keyword there is realistic. A lot of video generators still produce footage where objects melt into each other and the lighting looks like a fever dream. Veo is notably cleaner than a lot of its competitors. It's strong for product ads, brand visuals, social media teasers, dramatic moments, anything where visual quality matters. The downsides are real though. Clips are short, rendering takes time, and it sits at the high end cost-wise. It's not a tool you use for fast, cheap experimentation. It's a tool you use when quality actually matters. Number 4, Claude. Now, Claude from Anthropic has built up a strong reputation, especially in the coding and technical space. It produces clean, well-documented code and explains things clearly, which matters a lot when you are debugging or learning something new. Claude Code is specifically built for development workflows, working directly with real projects and larger code bases, not just generating random snippets in a chat window. That's a meaningful distinction. And then there's Claude Cowork, which is built into the desktop app. The idea there is that instead of just suggesting what you should do, it can actually execute multi-step tasks across your files and apps without you needing to write any code. That's significant for people who want automation without having to set up complex scripts or workflows. The downside are the usage limits on the free tier and the pricing jumps quickly for the more advanced plans. Pro at $20 a month and Max starting at $100. Its biggest strength is in technical and structured problem solving. Number 5, Grok. Grok lives mostly inside X, which is formerly Twitter, and that context matters. People tag it constantly to fact-check posts, jump into debates, get quick answers. AI has become part of the normal conversation flow on that platform. What makes Grok a bit different is the image generation side. It's less restrictive than most tools, which makes it popular for memes and content that other generators might refuse to make. It's also fast, and the think and deep search features improve the quality of responses where you need something more thorough. The downsides: better features require an X paid tier, and the looser content moderation is going to bother some people. But if you're spending a lot of time on X anyway, It's already there and it's useful. Number 6, Notebook LM. This one is from Google and it solves a very specific problem, understanding large amounts of your own information. You upload notes, PDFs, course materials, research papers, whatever you've got, and it summarizes them, answers questions about them, and organizes the key ideas. There's also an audio summary feature that turns your documents into a podcast style recap. That's useful for revision, for learning on the go, or honestly just for making dense material less painful to get through. And here's what makes this particularly interesting. It's free. For a free tool, what it actually delivers is impressive. The main thing to watch for is occasional misinterpretation of details, so double check anything critical. Number 7, Lovable. Lovable is for people who want to build something, a website, a simple app, a productivity tool, but don't know how to code. You describe what you want in plain language. It builds it. A working app, not just a mock-up. For straightforward projects like portfolio sites, simple tools, landing pages, or quick MVPs, it genuinely delivers. Now, let's be honest about what it's not. It's not a shortcut to a complex enterprise product. Anyone who tells you that you can build a sophisticated SaaS platform with a few prompts is selling you something. But as a starting point for non-technical people who need something functional fast, it's one of the better options out there. Number 8, 11 Labs. 11 Labs is voice generation and is one of the best at it. You give it text, it gives you back a realistic voice reading that text. You can choose different speakers, different languages, different tones. You can add text like whispers or laughs to control how the delivery sounds. The voice cloning is a part that gets attention. You can train it on a voice sample and you will read anything you write in that voice. That's powerful for content creators. It also does voice agents, conversational bots you can speak to in real time, which can be integrated into apps, support systems, whatever. The downsides are caused at higher usage, and the ethical side of voice cloning is worth thinking about seriously. It's a powerful tool that comes with real responsibility. Number 9, Synthesia. Synthesia is video for business. You give it a script, a document, some slides, and it turns it into a presenter-led video with a realistic AI avatar. No filming required, no editing required, just content in, polished video out. It's consistent and on brand, which is what teams actually need when they are making training videos, onboarding content, or product explainers at scale. There's also a playground feature that gives you access to Veo 3 and Sora 2 for B-roll, and video agents lets viewers actually interact with the video, which is a different kind of thing altogether. The limitation is it's not built for cinematic storytelling. It's built for clarity and efficiency. Know what you need it for, and it does that job very well. Number 10, Higgsville. Here's where it gets interesting for anyone doing serious creative work. Higgsville is essentially an aggregator. It gives you access to a wide range of top AI image and video models inside one platform. The value isn't one model, it's a combination. You can move from image generation to video generation, test different models as new ones come out, reuse reference images, and work inside a single ecosystem rather than jumping between 5 different platforms constantly. For short films, advertising content, visual concepts, that workflow matters. The credit cost on the more powerful video models is real, and generation can slow down during busy periods. Deeper automation features will make it even more useful, but as an all-in-one creative platform, it's one of the more balanced options available. Number 11, Gamma. Gamma does one thing specifically. It turns your notes, prompts, or documents into presentations. You describe your topic, tell it how many slides you want, and in seconds, you have a structured, designed deck. The output looks clean and modern. It's not a generic PowerPoint look that makes your audience check their phones. And if you need to share it more traditionally, you can export to PowerPoint. The caveat is the free plan has limits, and if you use it heavily without much customization, the presentations can start looking similar to each other. You will still need to put your own content and voice into it, but for getting from a wall of notes to a presentable deck quickly, it works. Number 12, Fathom. Last one, and honestly one of the best practical tools on this list. Fathom is an AI note taker for meetings. It joins your Zoom or Teams call, records everything, tracks who said what, and produces a clean structured summary with action items. The use case is simple. Meetings are where information gets created and then immediately gets lost. People forget what was agreed on. Action items disappear. Fathom solves that. The transcript and summary are consistently accurate and is just useful in a day-to-day way that a lot of flashier tools aren't. Free tier exists with some limits. Premium starts at $19 a month and unlocks more features and integrations. For the value it delivers, that's a reasonable deal. So what's the actual takeaway here? Look, every few weeks there's a new tool going absolutely viral. People are getting millions of views telling you that this new thing is a paradigm shift, that is going to change everything, that you need to download it right now. And sometimes, sure, there's something genuinely interesting underneath the noise, but a lot of the time, if you follow the hype, you end up with something that was marketed by people with very specific financial incentives. Course sellers, crypto promoters, social media accounts chasing engagement. And the actual product is either a thin wrapper on something that already existed or something that's nowhere near ready for normal people to use safely. The tools on this list are here because people are actually using them, not because they went viral this week, not because someone made a dramatic thumbnail about them, because they solve real problems and they're genuinely useful. That's the filter, that's what matters. If you found this useful, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because the AI space moves fast and the difference between useful information and hype is a line worth paying attention to.